stay apart, why the body is so broken apart. Just like, if you remember the story in Judges toward the end of the Levite who has a concubine, and he's roaming, making his way back to Ephraim, making his way back home, and he's sitting in the open square, and he's abandoned. It's twilight. He should be going in. It's time to go into either a lodge somewhere in his own home or someone else's. The place is so overwhelmed with idolatry and immorality, sodomy, that if it wasn't for this certain man that came along who said, "Come and dine in my place, rest in my place," he brought his concubine, and the man and him had fellowship. Meanwhile, there was a knock at the door, and these wicked Benjaminites asked to lay with this stranger, this traveler, carnally. That's what the Bible says, carnally. And that would mean homosexual relations, carnal. And God calls it carnal. And they said, no, 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 you can't have, this man's a Levite, he's holy, he's a priest unto God. So instead, the man offers his virgin daughter and the concubine of the priest. Remember, it's not the wife, it was his concubine. And there's a lot to that, I won't get into. What happens is these men ravage this concubine all night long. They beat her, they rape her, and at the end of the night, she's hanging on the door, hand there, begging to get back in. And the man is so overwhelmed with grief that he cuts this concubine into 12 pieces, and he spreads her body parts all over the 12 tribes of Israel to show them the state of the land, right? What is right in their own eyes. Nobody's showing hospitality to a Levite. Why not? Because there's sin in the camp, and there's idols everywhere, and everybody's worshiping basically themselves. And in light of that, the behavior gets worse and worse, even to the point of sodomy and raping of women, not treating them with dignity and honor, not respecting the man, not respecting his property. And by doing this, a war comes about against Benjamin. And very sad, but Benjamin is almost, the tribe is almost exterminated, wiped out, because of this sin they committed against this Levite's concubine. And if it wasn't for a scheme that was developed by the tribes of Israel because they had vowed by oath that they would not give their wives to the Benjamite men. A lot of them died, but there was just a cadre of them left over that had hidden away in a secret place. And they call them back and they say, look, we're going to let our daughters dance in this vineyard. If you just sneak around and watch them dance, you know, you can snag a wife for yourself. And they do, and it brings Benjamin back into existence. And that's how the book of Judges pretty much ends. It ends there. But it also ends for us too. I believe we're in the book of Judges. I believe that where the church is at today is everybody's doing what is right in their own eyes. Jesus Christ is not enthroned over us. Not everybody is getting it. And so therefore people do what is right in their own eyes. They start churches around a knee-jerk reaction. And that is ordained by God, because the church is, there's no one church that holds the truth. No denomination holds all of the truth. Catholic Church, had the opportunity and did for many, many, many centuries control Christendom. But they did so with dualism. They did so with false deities and idols within the operation. They got government and religion. They brought them together. You can't do that. You can't politicize the church. And we've done that for now, what, 1,500 years? 1,700 years? You can't be political and do Jesus at the same time. Jesus is neo-political. He is beyond political because he's King of Kings and Lord of Lords. There's no discussion about Jesus being king. So therefore he is a ruler and an administrator of ultimate authority. He's a dictator, but a blessed and loving, beautiful dictator. And we love him so. And until you come under his dictator, rightfully beautiful, holy, righteous dictatorship, we don't understand. We get into political argument. We get into man fighting man, and we can't come into Christ. God have mercy on us. We're going to get into Josiah more later, but right now we're going to stop. God bless you. I love you.